Well, good evening once again. Day 44 of the Biden administration and the president's plan to slow the spread of a virus that has killed over 500,000 of our fellow citizens, wiped out about 10 million jobs, is now up against a full-on assault from Republicans in the U.S. Senate. Biden's nearly $2 trillion relief bill is being read aloud right now on the Senate floor. That would be 628 pages of it to a mostly empty chamber being read by the clerk at the request of Wisconsin Republican Senator and conspiracy theorist Ron Johnson, who made good on his threat to lead his party's effort to drag out the process of getting to final passage. This all got underway earlier today after Vice President Harris broke the 50-50 tie on the vote to begin debate of the bill. Marathon reading's been going on since around 3:30 this afternoon. It's expected to end early tomorrow morning. Senate Democrats were not only unfazed, but defiant.
We are delighted that the senator from Wisconsin wants to give the American people another opportunity to hear what's in the American Rescue Plan. Let everybody listen, because it has overwhelming support.
I wish Ron Johnson would use his time to explain to the Trump voters that the election wasn't stolen and that millions of people, didn't vote for Donald Trump instead of Joe Biden.
Chuck Schumer will need to keep his caucus together to make this key part of the Biden agenda a reality. Today, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell added another challenge. Aside from calling the bill too expensive, he argued it's not needed.
It's become a rite of passage for a new Democratic president to begin with a poorly targeted spending spree that doesn't give Americans what they need. We already laid the foundation for a roaring comeback. The Biden administration inherited a tide that was already turning.
This morning, we woke up to news that another 745,000 Americans lost jobs last week alone, slightly higher than the previous week. The clock is ticking to get this bill to the president's desk. Federal unemployment benefits run out in 10 days. Also, this quote from Phil Bump over at the Washington Post: while the Senate reads the coronavirus relief bill, and to be specific, it's just a clerk to a mostly empty chamber, nearly 1,400 Americans may die from the virus. So, Garrett, here's the question. Any fear among Republicans that they may be on the wrong side of this pandemic relief?
Well, Republicans have been trying all week long to take the shine off of this relief bill. I've been to half a dozen news conferences with Republican lawmakers trying to convince the public that this bill is too big, it's unnecessary, that it would have been appropriate for March of 2020, but it's not necessary for March of 2021. And we'll find out, Brian. I mean, the only Republican lawmaker who seems to still be in play to possibly vote for this bill is Lisa Murkowski, the senator from Alaska, who's up for re-election in 2022 and who may look at it this way. You've got a bill that's got 60 to 70% popularity. Democrats are going to pass it anyway with 50 votes, and it's free money. When you have a chance to vote for free money for your constituents when you are in cycle, that's usually a pretty easy yes. But Republicans are making a long-term bet that by the time they're up again for re-election, that this pandemic will be long enough behind us that there'll be perhaps something else to worry about, something else to run against. And the Biden administration and congressional Democrats are laser focused on getting this done before they leave town, probably sometime in the very early morning hours of Saturday morning.
Shannon, indeed, same question to you. In your reporting, have you detected any signs of weakening among Republicans, or are they all willing, perhaps save Murkowski of Alaska, are they all willing to go off a cliff for this?
This seems to be a unifying moment for the Republicans and something that they have needed to unify around, because there has been this, obviously you can call it a civil war, you can call this a divergence of opinions, but there has been this identity crisis going on in the Republican Party. So this has given them something to rally around. And yes, politically, it is a bizarre thing to rally around. It is weird to rally around opposing funding for vaccines, to oppose stimulus checks. This is widely popular, and it has genuinely seemed to surprise people in the White House that Republicans are so in lockstep opposed to this. They did seem to think that they could actually get 1 or 2 Republicans, if nothing else, because of how popular this was. So this has been a bit of a wake-up call to the White House about how difficult it is going to be to get Republican support for anything. You know, if you can't get Republicans to join on to support stimulus and vaccine funding, as they have a number of times in other COVID relief bills, how are you going to get them on criminal justice reform or immigration or something that really is a partisan issue? You know, that's going to be the challenge for them going forward. They're continuing to hold these bipartisan meetings at the White House, trying to, you know, continue having conversations and you know, address these things down the road. But so far, Republicans are in lockstep against this, and we are at the polarized Washington that Joe Biden had pledged to, you know, sort of, you know, disseminate, to try, you know, to create that unity. We're not seeing that yet.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.